I'm Chef Lorious. Today in the Love Lab, we're making garlicky rosemary steak bites. I love steak, I love garlic, I love food. I find myself saying this all the time. Come on to the kitchen, guys. Let's cook. So family, here we are. I'm going to use some strip steaks today. We're using New York strips because they're lean. Now, generally speaking, if you know me, I usually cook with ribeyes, if you watch me, because I love ribeyes and I love the marbling. But in this instance, for this recipe, actually what you need is a strip steak because of the leanness. So what I'm going to do is I'm cutting this into the cubes, the steak bites, for the steak bite portion of the program. Okay, see how I'm doing that? Just cutting it literally into cubes. You want to make sure this is room temperature. Okay, remember, always start your cooking at room temperature, not cold. Then I'm going to take these and drop them in here, and we're going to season them in that bowl. Okay, there is a little fat on these strip steaks, which is okay. I mean, some fat is that. I didn't say I didn't want no fat on it, but I'm just saying when I'm eating steak, I want that marbling action. You know what I'm talking about? How them ribeyes be, yeah, baby. But this is a different thing. Okay, what's also good though with these is you can make steak bites out of filet mignon, which is really amazing. But I'm just going to use a strip steak because a lot of times you can find strip steaks on special at your grocery store or whatever. These, yeah, got these pulled apart, and it's just easier to do. So let's get these cut up and prepare to season. Quick thing I want to note to you, fam, when you're doing these steak bites, I recommend that you get rid of any big pieces of fat, because in this instance it's not going to taste good when you bite into it to have these big, crispy pieces of fat and stuff. So I leave a little bit, leave some of the fat because that's good, but where you have lots of extra fat, this time I recommend just trimming it off just a little bit. Okay guys, now that we've got our steak cut up into cubes, what I've got here is my cast iron skillet. I love the cast iron skillet. I'm starting to heat this. I'm going to put a little butter in here, okay, and some olive oil. And we're going to cook our steak in this butter and olive oil. We're going to season this with some salt, garlic powder, generous with the garlic powder, and pepper. And I'm going to add a little squeeze of olive oil here, just to give it some moisture to help it along the way. And we're going to give it a stir. If you need more seasonings, add as you go. Do what you got to do. Some people think, oh, that's too much salt or something. I get that sometimes. Look, when you're seasoning these meats like this, you have to be generous with the salt because you want the flavor to go all the way through it. And as you cook it, a lot of it comes off anyway in the oil, so just calm down. So now that our oil is nice and hot, and I've got our steak bites all seasoned up, I'm just gonna put these straight in and let them start doing what they do. Again, this is not a situation where we're trying to cook them well done or anything. You can cook this as done as you want. It's not gonna be like when you make a steak and you can get, to the perfect temperature through the whole thing. You just want these to get to a nice temperature and a nice level of doneness for you, okay? I have a cousin who only believes in eating well done steak, so this meal will be right up his alley because he can burn these like chicken. I love you, cuz. While those are in there cooking, we're gonna come over here to the garlic and rosemary portion of the program, okay? And I've got some fresh garlic here, okay? And what I'm gonna do, give my knife a little wipe off, we're going to chop this garlic up. Now, I'm not gonna try to mince this garlic super duper thin and small, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna try to mince it, but I am gonna chop it down. And the reason I'm specifically saying I'm not trying to mince it is because I actually want you to taste the flavors of the garlic that's gonna cook in the butter, because we're gonna cook it not fast. We're gonna just let the garlic infuse the butter, all right? So that's what I'm doing here. Chopping this all up. Yes. And I'm using like 10 cloves of garlic because I told y'all it's garlicky. I like the flavor. What can I say? Sorry, not sorry? I don't know. This is how I live my best life. Okay? Why am I such a fool? I'm so happy y'all love me. See how I'm turning these a little bit? Because I do want them to get done all over. You know what I'm saying. Here we go. And you can go in with tongs or something if you want, but I just like to make it easier and just kind of turn them and keep it moving. Like so. Okay. Okay, see how this is coming together? I'm trying to make sure if I need to that I turn every piece though, so every piece has a chance to really get exposed to the oil and brown. Oh, this is gonna be good. I can't wait. If you love steak and garlic and butter, like me, this is a dream come true. And it's not hard to make this dish. Really, you're just gonna get some steak, cut it up into cubes. All right. All right, here's our garlic here. Take out some of the end pieces. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And now for the rosemary. Now I'm using fresh rosemary today. I frequently will use dried herbs or something in a jar. There's nothing wrong with that, but in this particular recipe, the fresh rosemary is just so pretty and it's so fragrant and it just, what's the word they say? The aromatics. I love when they use all the fancy cooking words. Y'all, I'm at home cooking. It smells good. I just talk like a normal person. It smells good. See here? These are getting done very nicely. Oh yeah. All right. Strip some more. Got 2 long pieces of rosemary. Use as much or as little as you want, but 2's a good start. Okay. And we are going to chop these up as well. Again, not super, super fine, because we don't mind seeing the stuff in our food, right? Can I get an amen? Okay, here we go. Okay. And we're just gonna chop, 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 chop. Oh, the freshness of the rosemary. I smell it releasing. I'm getting excited again. I am getting excited again, you guys. And again, see, same thing like with the garlic. I'm not overdoing it. I'm just, chopping it up. Okay? Yes. And you see here, I've got 2 sticks of butter. So now that this steak is just about where I want it, some people remove the steak and cook the butter with it, but I like to leave it in there just like that. Okay? I'm going to add in the rosemary and the garlic, like so. And I'm going to add in my 2 sticks of butter. Yes, 2 sticks of butter. Yes, that's what I said. I saw y'all going, oh my gosh. Yes, 2 sticks of butter. Okay, and I'm going to turn the heat down some because I don't want the garlic to burn, but I just want this all to cook together. And just, create a togetherness of family, Gonna let this cook for a little bit until our steak gets as done as we want it, until our butter melts completely. Keep moving it around. Ooh, did I get butter? Ooh, y'all, I thought I got butter on the t-shirt. I like this shirt because I am truly living my best life. Okay. I'm so stupid sometimes. Y'all, when you get so silly that you tickle yourself, you know you all right. I'm gonna taste that sauce too, just to see how that's coming. Because I use unsalted butter. You can use salted butter, but I like to use unsalted because then I can kind of make it taste like a wine. So I'm just gonna get a little of that butter in here. I just want the butter, y'all. Oh my God, that's so good. Well, guys, we've let these steak bites sit in this butter for about a good 3-5 minutes. I'm going to take 1 piece and I'm going to test it to see if it's as done as I'd like it to be, okay? Oh, see, now that's what I'm talking about. That's got just enough red in it. Again, for my cousin who loves his meat well done, just keep cooking it, baby, till you burn it, cuz I understand. Ooh. Did you hear me? salt on here, just to help the flavors come out. The heat is turned down. And one more little hit of pepper. Oh my God, that's so good. And the rosemary and the garlic pieces in there are amazing. I'm gonna let that salt and pepper incorporate in here for just about 30 seconds. So we'll not overcook my meat, unless you're trying to overcook your meat. For the well done people in the house, no disrespect. All right, and now, oh, I can't just leave this little piece sitting here like this. That would be wrong. I'm sorry, baby. Y'all, it's so buttery and delicious. All right, let's get this out. I probably should have got a bowl to put this in, huh? Let me show y'all. We're gonna just put these up here, serve them just like this. Doesn't that look good? Let me turn my heat all the way off. Oh man. Don't worry, we're not gonna let that butter and garlic go to waste. We're gonna do it just like this here. Yes, baby, yes. Come to mama. You see how beautiful that is? There's beautiful pieces of rosemary in there. This plate has a little bit of a lip on it, so it shouldn't lose everything. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Heat's off. Let me get my mitts. Now don't play with cast iron too much, y'all. Cast iron is some heavy stuff. I mean, like, for real heavy. And it's hot when it's been on the stove. But I'm just gonna take it like this. I'm gonna remove it from the heat. And just, look at that. You see that goodness right there? That's what I'm gonna do. And voila, we have amazing, beautiful steak bites. There you go. You can have some rice with this, or you have whatever you want with it. You know what I mean? I'll just have, I won't have this whole plate. I'll share it. Baby. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Garlicky, extra garlicky rosemary butter steak bites. Love it. Hope you enjoy it too. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time right here in the Love Lab for more Calabama cooking.